Hello, everybody. I know it's a little later than what we were expecting, but it's been a long journey to the 300th episode of Superstardom, but it is here now as we welcome you in live once again on the EIF Network. As always, your host, EIF owner Carney, and tonight is the 300th episode of EIF Superstardom, our longest running weekly regular shows of all time EIF history. And tonight we're looking to make history, not just having the 300th episode, but boy, do we have a ton of action. Starting out with this match, it may look a little different from the bracket you saw online, but guys, the tag team tournament opener is about to occur right this moment. Midnight Mayfire and Nexus using the team of Kid and Cesaro. They're going to be facing DZ and the mystery partner of DZ, which was revealed to be the returning Lizman. Here we go, guys. Ding, ding, ding. And as this match begins, let's just quickly go over some brief things. This match is not an elimination tag match. Now, obviously, that contradicts what you just saw between NBC and I getting eliminated, but in all actuality, the tag team tournament is, at least for the first round, going to feature single elimination and just regular tag elimination. So, if somebody does get pinned here, their tag partner will just be asked to come in the ring and just be given the loss. And then their team will be eliminated. So it is single elimination. The bracket that you may have looked at on our EIF website has been restructured a bit just due to making sure that we can start beginning to get some tag matches going, because we've had some trouble with that early on right now. We do want to get this tournament going. And so this is a great way to open it up, because DZ was desperate for a tag team partner. He gets Lizman, which is somebody who guys that were looking for tag partners didn't even see on the market. And then, of course, Midnight Mayfire and Nexus Genesis. Pretty cool that you get to see the actual team of Kid and Cesaro. We also want to confirm that this Saturday at EIF X1, the tag team tournament opener that was originally set to happen, obviously is happening now, so it will not happen, and we are actually not expected to see any tag team action on Saturday's X1 event. Reason being because of a couple of teams that look like they're not going to be able to make it. But guys, that is not guaranteed. There is still definitely a chance that we will end up getting things going. But we thank you for tuning in here tonight on this Sunday night broadcast, late night broadcast. And hopefully last night, late night, you guys were available to watch the EIF podcast with Raymond and Anthony, an awesome interview for the first time ever on the EIF network, and for the first time in 2 years since their departure from EIF. Raymond and Tony Vin back in Extreme International Fighting in terms of the podcast, not wrestling, but they talk about wrestling a little bit, along with real life issues, including some controversial topics such as the final day of Raymond and Anthony's career in EIF back in July of 2014. All that available right now on our past broadcasts page, and later on to be uploaded on the EIF archive. So back to the match at hand, and it's hard to commentate this match because of everything that's going on around EIF as Lizman begins pummeling the face of Midnight Mayfire, and the first taunt for Lizman is in there. DZ believing that Liz would be a reliable partner. I mean, he was looking to take just about anybody. Lizman's certainly a better acquisition than he may have thought. Titus O'Neil, not the greatest character. In fair, though, could be much worse as Midnight Mayfire makes the legal tag into Nexus Genesis. And, Lizman was the guy early in the year that was the new guy. But Nexus has been the newer guy lately, and he has been on fire. Rewind a week ago to Superstardom 299, where he ended up beating Ratluck in the second Hollywood Open Challenge that Ratluck would end up losing. He'll be back in action tonight for the awaited rematch, anticipated rematch, and rubber match between he and Headshot Killa. That match tore the roof off the place over a week ago at Victory Votes, and we're looking forward to seeing that tonight. We're going to see that. We're going to see this. We have the Intercontinental Championship on the line for the first time since Victory Votes. Pepsi Killer defends. And in our main event tonight, it is a Victory Votes rematch between NBC Master and Jetstar. This time, Jetstar is going to be allowed to use either of his finishers against the defending champion, and whomever wins will walk into SummerSlam with that championship, with the Undisputed Superstardom Championship, just under 4 weeks away. So it's obviously a big opportunity for both of those guys, as Nexus is throttled down, and this could be it. That's a finisher. I don't know if Midnight realized it. DZ's just going to stay. And, oh, Nexus Genesis keeps his team alive. But Midnight Mayfire nearly costing his teammate the match. DZ was thinking that might have been an easier advance than he would have originally anticipated. You can see we're using the Raw is War Arena, guys, for tonight. Just an exclusive arena to be celebrating EIF Superstardom 300. Also, this Saturday, we will use NXT Arrival as the arena for X1. First X event for EIF, which will feature the Undisputed World Championship on the line, along with the X Division Championship and many more matches still to come for our first X event special. But we're going to be broadcasting the entire episode of Superstardom here tonight, so we're glad you can join us. We're doing that because it's Superstardom 300. When ED 300 comes, which is expected to be before the end of 2K16, we also plan on broadcasting that show in full as well. Lizman missing what I believe would have been a big boot, but somehow able to maintain the offense. And Nexus Genesis dropped down there, and painfully, I might add, with the signature from Lizman, who's going to wake up Nexus. And by the way, guys, Nexus is out of reversals. 2-0 finisher count. And now Midnight can come in if he would like. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and DZ got caught by the referee, and so Midnight Mayfire this time was able to bail Nexus out. Now, don't forget, guys, the Mercy finisher count rule is still applied. 7 finishers in total, and if you end up getting hit with 7 per team, you will end up losing the match, which would cause the elimination of your team, winner or the winning team advancing into the round of 8, the quarterfinal round, where they will face off against one of the 4 seeded teams that were allowed provision and advancement beyond the preliminary round, similar to what we saw in previous BFG installments. As DZ and Nexus remain in the ring, and this has been a really, really good pairing right now for DZ and Lizman thus far. These guys are looking like the real deal. And it's a tag now made from Nexus and Midnight, and I had to think Nexus and Midnight would at least provide somewhat of a challenge, and they're going to look to try and do so now, as back with 5 reversals in all is Midnight Mayfire, and a big clothesline after DZ used a ground strike reversal and did not maintain the offense. They are already down 2-0 in the finisher count. Nexus Genesis, smart time to leave the ring, though he needed to recuperate. Right back kick is stopped by the signature spinebuster of DZ. And Nexus Genesis trying to play it very careful, knowing DZ might be looking to knock him off the apron. DZ trying to advance in the tag tournament. Earlier, just over a week ago at Victory Votes, DZ qualified for another Money in the Bank ladder match, this one to be taking place at SummerSlam. He's expected to be using the game Triple H in that match, and DZ's been in part of a number of Money in the Bank ladder matches in the past, has never won one, but all of his Undisputed World Championship reigns have been gathered in ladder matches, so one would believe DZ's chances are somewhat favorable, and the only way to find out if those odds are accurate or not is watching SummerSlam live Saturday, August 13th. It's our next pay-per-view broadcast here on the EIF network, as Lizman gets the tag, throws back the head of Midnight Mayfire. It was a year ago at SummerSlam where Lizman made his pay-per-view debut against B-Money, ended up having a great match. Lizman was Bo Dallas at the time, hasn't seen a lot of character upgrades since, but remains the ability to be good. He's been Bo Dallas, Stardust, Titus O'Neil now. So not one to really have any excellent characters, but he makes them work. So he gets reversed into a back suplex. Midnight Mayfire having to be careful there because DZ taking advantage. DZ possibly the most intelligent superstar of these 4, just in terms of his experience being in EIF for so long. I mean, DZ is the only guy of these 4 that was here in EIF the last time tag titles were around. Midnight with the tag now to Nexus Genesis, and oh, wait a minute. Now Lizman's not going to let Midnight out of the ring. He's pummeling him down. Referee is going to have to make sure he is very careful about this count so that he doesn't end up costing Midnight or Nexus. And oh, wait a minute, Midnight wants a piece of Lizman, but he's going to be forced to retreat. Big power bomb connecting for Lizman. I believe that's your second taunt, correct, Liz? All right. Lizman, waistlock, back, breaker connects. Ask Pepsi. There's always SummerSlam Untamed. Or the last defense before SummerSlam. You have to seek approval from me because of the 6-month rule. Either way. Probably not. Lizman. Oh, look at this. Well, we talk about the side talk. Well, look at that. Standing vertical suplex from Lizman, letting all the blood rush into the head of Nexus Genesis. Midnight Mayfire sending me a party invite, but right now is not the time to do it, more so to focus on the match. If somebody can invite him, though, that would be good. I think we knew that, Tripod. Genesis rolling to the outside now, trying to get a breath of fresh air, but also possibly allow Midnight Mayfire the eligibility back into the party. I don't know if he's received an invite yet. There he is. He is back. Genesis out of anger, perhaps, beginning to unravel that announce table, but Lizman wants none of it, forcing one half of his tag team opponents back into the ring. Lizman picking up. Nexus, Genesis now with the reversal fireman's carry. And Genesis with a T-bone suplex. Hopefully Midnight Mayfire is going to be okay. It seems like his mom has entered the fray. Vinny? Gut wrench connecting for Genesis. And smart time to use a taunt there for Nexus because now he's able to obtain a finisher. This man with a running shoulder block. I'm amazed by what I hear on these parties sometimes. And now DZ looks like he's asking for the tag. Is Lizman going to oblige? Maybe not. And maybe so. DZ will be brought in here. Lizman forced back onto the apron. And a nice uppercut, though. Genesis keeping the offense instantly. And now he makes the tag as well. Midnight Mayfire, the legal. DZ and Midnight, the legal men in this opener to the EIF 2016 Tag Team Tournament. 12 teams. The winners, the 2 winners on the one team, will get the opportunity to get a future main event championship match for each respective branded title. That is, of course, the winner of the overall tournament. This is merely match 1 of a needed 4 victories for either of these teams if they want to make it all the way and earn those prizes. And you look at the 4 superstars in this match and just how pivotal that would mean to them if they were to be able to get that, because especially look at Midnight Nexus. Imagine those guys being told you're going to get future world championship matches. It's something that I don't know if they really thought would be possible, but certainly is if they win this tournament. Notice Genesis not being able to really strike DZ there, whereas DZ was able to hit the strikes on Genesis's partner Midnight earlier when he was on the apron. That just comes down to the knowledge and experience of the game. Midnight Mayfire reversed by DZ. DZ's right hand reversed by the right forearm of Midnight. And Midnight now backing up, potentially thinking about tagging in Genesis. Will he do so? Genesis was brought in. Now DZ and Genesis going at it with the upper hand belonging to the EIF Hall of Fame superstar. The only superstar that has more than a year and a half's worth of service. DZ hit with a big vertical base drop kick connecting from Nexus Genesis. Now DZ trying to get back to both feet. Nexus stalking his opponent. And reverse Irish whip. DZ dropped with the Samoan drop from Nexus. Nexus now wrenching in on the neck of DZ, applying the pressure. Finisher in hand for Nexus Genesis. A signature in hand for his partner. The other two opponents both have finishers. Hey, Jolden, is that your mom giving away your phone number over the mic? Can you get her to stop or just mute your mic? Yeah, we've found out your house address and everything, dude. We're shipping stuff to it right now. So. Oh, and DZ, you gotta be kidding me. DZ just broke up his own teammate's finisher. It could have been 3-0, and it cost Lizman the finisher. That is going to hurt. This tag team tournament brings in all sorts of elements, including a lot of new teams that have never been a faction or a group together. Lizman and DZ are one of many, and right there shows the inexperience. Lizman making a nice recovery from it, but this would have been a 3-0 finisher count. Nexus did not have that reversal. Genesis still on the ground. Now being brought up by Lizman. Genesis picking up Lizman. Back body drop. Reversal, though, connects. Genesis rolling to the outside. DZ can be a part of this here. No. Genesis will get back in and get sent right back down. Lizman. I don't know what the fuck that. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, no. All right, yo. So, oh, never mind. It worked. All right. No, it's a new rule now. The only thing you can do is, like, throw them back in. That's a new rule. Yeah, it was made at the beginning of the year. So, obviously unintentional from Lizman. Back into their own corner now. But, oh, look at this. Lizman was tired, and in comes Midnight Mayfire with a reversal. Midnight, the only person here without. And look at this. Well, DZ and Lizman had their tag issues. How about that? Midnight Mayfire accidentally attacking Nexus Genesis. You know, Nexus involved in the match where Midnight did lose his Intercontinental Championship about 3 weeks ago or so. And, oh, wow, Nexus Genesis nearly. I think he might have nearly got eliminated there, and that would have resulted in his team losing by disqualification. Remember, guys, this is not actually an elimination tag by EIF standards. It is one fall to a finish for these teams battling in the opening round for a chance at round number 2. All 4 superstars with finishers. One team, DZ and Lizman, with 2 finishers executed. The other team with none. Irish whip from Midnight into the corner. Lizman, and he got struck. Smart move, and now Nexus and Midnight able to work together a little bit more, in Lizman to the outside. The only thing Genesis can do is throw Lizman back in. I think Midnight going to make the safe tag, though, and give Nexus the ring advantage. And, oh, wait a minute. Nexus is going to go after Lizman outside here. Now, these two can fight all they want outside, and it's a 2-1 finisher count because on the outside, Genesis with the neutralizer to Lizman. And he might be looking to win this the cheap way. I think you'll be all right, DZ. Just a guess. Count is 6. Well, Nexus does get credit for the finisher. I think he was maybe thinking about eliminating this team by ring out count. It's a fairly dirty tactic, but it works, and it nearly did as Lizman got in at the count of 7 after getting hit with a neutralizer on the outside. And nice double leg takedown connecting for Lizman, the Titus O'Neil representative, who has 2 finishers now. By the way, guys, Midnight Mayfire out of finishers. And it's a 3-1 finisher count. DZ and Midnight, and DZ accidentally climbs the turnbuckles. So it's a 3-1. Well, DZ and Lizman have had some really difficult times now. And Lizman immediately going for a finisher again. Nexus with a great reversal. Snapping suplex, he now has a finisher. What an opener here on Superstardom 300. Still many great matches to come. Clean stalling, and it's going to be 3-2. Wait. No, get out of the ring, Midnight. Get out of the ring. You went early. You went in early, yep. So now DZ, yep, there you go. That's completely fine. You can come back in if you want now. If you want to come back in, you can. All right, Midnight doesn't feel like coming back in, I guess. All right, so it's a 3-2. These two, Titus does have 4 reversals. I can guarantee you he has 4. I'm 100% positive he has 4. I mean, I don't know. It's an 88. Yeah, Titus is an 88. What is he? 87? Oh, okay, same shit. I hate you. Trying to make it seem like it's like a huge deal. Whoa, no, he's not. It is a 3-2 finisher count, guys, and barely any of these finishers have been attempted that have been complete have resulted in pinfalls just due to the teammates making too many mistakes, quite frankly. We don't need you to double check, dude. I knew it. He's triple checking like he's got triple chins. Suplex connects from Lizman to Nexus. Scheduled to come up next, guys, after this tag team tournament opener is the Intercontinental Championship match, the first of our 2 championship matches that we'll see here tonight on Superstardom 300. Nexus able to dart across the ring. Nice reversal for Nexus, and he's going to help Midnight Mayfire out. Although Midnight a long way has his Nexus from a finisher. These guys are going to have to build up a little bit more. Midnight reversed. And Lizman dropping the elbow across the chest of the former Intercontinental Champion. Midnight and DZ, the only representatives from their respective teams to have held championship reigns here in EIF. Obviously, DZ's career spans many. Midnight only the Intercontinental a few times. And DZ also, we talk about his experience with the old school tag team. He's a former tag team champion in EIF, as Lizman was hesitating on possibly making a tag into the former tag champion, but elected not to just yet. Midnight Mayfire crawling around, back to his feet, and power slam connecting as Lizman begins the beatdown yet again. Shout out to the beatdown. Beatdown also a former Intercontinental Champion, as well as a former Undisputed Superstardom Champion. Had a huge rivalry with Jetstar last summer that catapulted both of those guys to the main event levels in EIF that they represent today. Jetstar looking to yet again win the Undisputed Superstardom Championship if he can beat DZ, or not DZ, but beat the man that beat DZ, which is NBC Master. NBC, of course, took that championship from DZ. DZ tried to reclaim it through a one-on-one rematch. Didn't work out for him. Nice enziguri off the rebound there for Midnight Mayfire. Midnight, how many taunts for you, too? All right. Slowly but surely, Midnight, though, trying to climb back into the momentum category as he's chopped down a notch. Gonna have to think about quality, not quantity here tonight at Superstardom 300. You may not see a lot of matches on the card, but the matches you are going to see are going to be of top quality, such as this one, which this is a legal way to win. 1, 2, Lizman not coming in the ring, and DZ able to get out of it. Lizman, I'm not sure what he was doing, maybe watching the newest clips of GTA 5 or whatever, but either way, that nearly cost him a match. And DZ, though, about to cost Midnight and Nexus. Pedigree connects. Nexus is in cleanly. And no, Nexus got his targeting issue messed up. And somehow, well, I got tongue twisted. He got messed up in the game. But Midnight Mayfire kept the match alive. It is a 4-2 finisher count. DZ, that's Emmanuel. He gets a free up and a free taunt. Free up and a free taunt for Midnight. Does not go against the taunt rule. DZ, you cannot tag Lizman in it this time. All right, go, guys. That's 2. Okay, so that one counts towards you. One of them counted, so you have 3 taunts. All right, go, guys. DZ still has a finisher, though. Oh, and DZ got him. 5-2 finisher count. Pedigree connects. Genesis goes in. Lizman takes him down. Midnight Mayfire's going to have to kick out. He does not. DZ and Lizman advance. And so, Nexus Genesis can just get taken with the pinfall right now. But DZ and his mystery tag team partner Lizman have punched their ticket in to the second round. Nexus and Midnight, a pair of great superstars, but lack of chemistry and experience. Really wish you guys didn't have to do that. But either way, DZ and Lizman, the first team to advance in the tournament. Congratulations, DZ and Liz.
No, it's because you have a history of it that I tried.
James, what is going to be your rematch clause? What step?
This has an 87. I'm thinking I like extreme rules.
Perfect.
Again, but he was in a ladder, he was not in a ladder match when I won.
All right. Can we make it, can it have a little bit of a T and a C in it? All right, so. All right, Pepsi is allowed to request that as the champion. And so, guys, now coming up is going to be our Intercontinental Championship match, the first of 2 Intercontinental Championship matches. The new champion, Pepsi Killer, won at victory votes after taking the title in a multi-man against James Arkoffel. James was not pinned to lose that championship, and neither superstar will be able to be pinned in the match James has picked, because now we are going to have the Intercontinental title defended in a tables, ladders, and chairs match right now for the IC title. I didn't make it yet. The only rule is you must hit a finisher before climbing. That is the rule. And this match will receive in-ring introductions because it is a championship match. Pepsi and James, the match is up. Please go ahead and join. Now, just so you guys know, there will still be one more defense for the IC title prior to SummerSlam. By the way, guys, you'll probably know that our regular shows would normally not include, as we like to say, double duty, where a superstar performs more than one match. However, SummerSlam being that it is 12 hours, there is a very good chance that it will have some superstars competing in more than one match that night.
I had 2 matches like 2 years ago.
bet that's a fucking oatmeal. Oh, you're calling me fat. Oh, fucking hilarious.
All right, guys, and you know, I hate to do this, but we actually have breaking news just coming in now. Before this match started, it was revealed that due to some transportation issues, EIF Superstar Ratluck is going to be unable to attend tonight's show. So, Headshot Killer will go one-on-one with another superstar. We will reveal that in just a little bit, guys. Again, this is TLC. You must hit a finisher before trying to retrieve the briefcase. The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the EIF Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, representing the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels from Florida, James Arcuffa. And his opponent across the ring from him, representing the show-off Dolph Ziggler from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is the current reigning and defending EIF Intercontinental Champion, Pepsi Killer. All right, ding, ding, ding. Well, this was a match that we thought we might have ended up seeing at victory votes between Deathlock and Hybrid. It was one of the votable stipulations. Did not get voted in. But here tonight, James, using a rematch clause, he was the only one of the 4 champions that defended at victory votes to lose his championship back in the opener of that contest. And now he's looking to get some vengeance on Pepsi and become a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Pepsi, on the other hand, well, he's actually tied with GTA Fan for most Intercontinental Championship reigns of all time, an all-time superstars list. So it's a pretty commendable list that Pepsi is a part of as he DDTs James head first into the canvas. And a famouser delivered to James Arcuffa. Midnight Mayfire guy who just lost the tag tournament was also a part of that triple threat equation at victory votes. He was going in actually as the former champion. And as James has been mentioning, since losing the title, it was Midnight that was pinned by Pepsi Killer. James did not get pinned. He did not submit to lose his championship. Those are the problems with going into multi-mans. Now this match, though, Pepsi still is the reversal favoring, 5-4. He is using that early on thus far. A couple of stomps in on James Arcuffa right there from Pepsi Killer. James once again DDT'd. Pepsi really trying to provide that pressuring, suffocating offense onto James, not allowing James much breathing room here. Continues to take down the former champion. And before James can get up, Pepsi, another measured shot. Dropkick to the side of the head of James Arcuffa. We mentioned Ratluck, unfortunately, not being able to make it tonight. We do anticipate a rematch between he and Headshot at some point soon. Obviously, it's such a great match. We're certainly hoping it does have a finish to it. I mean, that one did Headshot with a big win, but we know Rat doesn't want to go out that way. But Headshot will be getting another match tonight and is expected to actually compete following this match right here between Pepsi and James Arcuffa. Pepsi already with a signature. Headshot might not have to wait too long. A big kick to the ribs of James Arcuffa, who's just having a rough outing right now. Look at the reversals. James is going to have to be careful with his reversals. Elbow to the head of James. And James out of reversals, and Pepsi keeps the offense. Finisher connects. And Pepsi is eligible. Well, guys, TLC, but you may not get a lot of any of that. And Pepsi going on the wrong side, though, so this is going to give James an opportunity to possibly recuperate a little bit. And Pepsi's going to play him the way all cheap players play. And James still having to get up, but Pepsi Killer, meanwhile, pushing that ladder into the ring. James trying to crawl. James might get green barred here. Pepsi Killer setting the ladder up. maybe thinking about climbing, and James will get back in, and Famouser connects as soon as he's back into the ring. He uses comeback, though. Running float over, neckbreaker connects, and now the former champion is going to have to battle back. And this is a smart move by James Arkoffel, throwing the ladder to the outside. A running crucifix connects. James may not be able to use his comeback for the actual purposes of it. He does have one taunt. Kick to the midsection reversed. Pepsi now with the offense. But he did succeed in getting the ladder out of the ring. In fact, on the opposite side of where Pepsi is right now. Pepsi will now go to the outside, trying to grab that ladder back. James Arkoffel out of comeback, though. And James using a reversal. Irish whipping Pepsi Killer. And oh, look at this. James Arkoffel again. And this time he's going to try and attack Pepsi with the ladder. Smart thinking from James Arkoffel, but Pepsi with a reversal. And James getting cracked in the side of the head, and that might be it. James could be out cold here, guys. Pepsi Killer. Pepsi Killer, I don't think he's in green still, but James Arkoffel's got to hurry and get back up. Pepsi Killer looking to retrieve the briefcase. And James Arkoffel pushing that ladder over. And now, well, this does not bode well for Pepsi Killer. James tossing the ladder, and Pepsi to a painful fall. Signature in hand for James, and James has no idea what he wants to do. Oh, maybe a table. Well, it is supposed to be TLC. Yes, to be eligible. Well, the only problem is with TLC is it really depends on who you play with. In some cases, the TLC is going to involve everything. I don't know that Pepsi's going to want to play any of that style right now. Well, Pepsi, and you know, Pepsi's somebody who's been wanting to be a main eventer for a while now. Has kind of teeter-tottered in and out of main event situations, and because of that, you know, he's not fond of this weapon game. He's not fond of using the weapons to take advantages, but James doesn't necessarily use the weapons for advantageous purposes. He's looking at it through an entertainment standpoint as he wedges that chair in the corner, and Pepsi Killer, Irish whipped off the rope. Here he comes, former champion picking up the table. Pepsi Killer with a reversal. And James smacked in. Oh, wait a minute, Pepsi Killer. Maybe thinking about setting up the table, maybe not. Pepsi throwing the ladder in with his Canadian accent. A let's go, and a Famouser onto the ladder to James Arkoffel. That might be it. It's fairly close, though. And Pepsi Killer could have it this time. Pepsi Killer looking to retain the championship, and he does. A yellow bar, 20-plus viewers seeing it, and Pepsi Killer retains easily against James Arkoffel. Well, this has to come down with James' style versus Pepsi's not matching well. You have James who's trying to entertain and trying to have fun while at the same time win, and you have Pepsi who is strict, play to win at any cost, and that's why he is still the champion.
Yeah, that was like
Don't forget, guys, still to come, main event tonight, NBC Master versus Jetstar for the Undisputed Superstardom Championship. And if you guys are just now tuning in, we were told earlier, breaking news, that unfortunately, Radluck will be unable to attend tonight and face off against Headshot Killer as originally planned. And so Headshot will have a new one-on-one opponent. Jumper, how do you feel?
I've been on a 2-week alcohol binge and fucked anyone else.
Does that mean you want to do this?
Oh wait, that's right.
Yeah.
Carney.
All right. So who wants to watch this one? NBC. Wait a minute, NBC. Didn't you already watch? NBC already. You're fighting Headshot.
Let Pursuit what? Carney. I want to watch the main event, Carney.
Pursuit. Who am I fighting?
Oh, wait a minute. Pursued. All right, Pursued. Why not? All right. So, guys, it's going to be Jumper Magnum versus Headshot Killer. Kalisto versus Samoa Joe. What, Midnight?
Yeah, I called watching. Alright, so here's the problem. Because I want to see Slaughter Jet. So I remember seeing an 88 overall on Titus in the lobby, and Titus already has an 87. And you saw the match. Titus got a huge momentum gain after every.
If it's on the network, if it's on the net.
Network because you filmed the match. You just filmed the match. You didn't film the loading bar where we all joined.
I don't know, man. If it's not there, it's not there. I hate to say it like that. I mean, if we, dude, listen. You saying I could have swore I saw that versus you saying I know I saw that, unfortunately, it's two completely different things. I told this man, if anything's Ed and I find out, he's done for good. And I mean it. He's got to learn. Again, knowing it's, I'm sorry, man. Like, I can't. All right, guys, so I'm going to be making the match here. ASP will be watching with me. It's going to be Jumper and Headshot Killer going toe-to-toe. Samoa Joe and Kalisto. I have made the match, guys. Please go ahead and join.
You did put up a good fight. I lost the tripod to BFP first round. I know it sucked.
Yeah, I know.
But eventually.
Hey, Jumper, are you joining?
No, I'm not.
All right. Good job. I will let everybody know that is watching. If you're an EIF Superstar, there is a good chance some of you guys might end up not getting matches. Tonight's show was somewhat heavily booked already going into it, so I'm just not 100% sure, guys. But hopefully you will all be able to enjoy at least watching the broadcast. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow is ED at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming your way, ED episode 287. We just continue to wait for Jumper v. Magnum, who is here now. Jumper Magnum looking to make a splash and looking to make an opportunity for himself once again presented. A good way to do so is beating Headshot, who's coming off the biggest win of his career, beating Ratluck at Victory Votes just over a week ago. Jumper Magnum was in that voting poll, received the least amount of votes, and one would imagine that Jumper feels a little bitter towards that, and he'd like to show Superstars and maybe show the fans why he should have been voted at number one. Jumper and Ratluck is a match that is still yet to happen. Nexus was the other name in that poll, and he did end up facing Ratluck the following night and beating Rat. But it was a great way for Jumper to send a message non-title here as well against the X Division champion Headshot Killer, who makes his title defense of that title against Master B this Saturday at EIF X1. You do not want to miss it. The first of what is expected to be many X events to take place on the EIF network. In full, just as this show is, the full show being broadcasted on the EIF network. And to our 20-plus viewers that we've had here and there throughout the night thus far, we thank you for tuning in and hope that if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow us now. Just last night surpassed 250 followers to our account. We hope that that increases, as does our viewer count, about 2,200. And I will let you guys know it's like about a second delay. So, for reversal purposes. Jumper is from Australia, though, to be fair. Eddie Guerrero taunt. All right, gentlemen, just wait a little bit here until I ring the bell. Ding, ding, ding. And Jumper Magnum started out with a clothesline. He hits the referee, goes for headshot, but headshot with a reversal. Headshot's got that 5-4 reversal advantage, but Jumper Magnum has fought an uphill battle with reversal counts pretty much throughout his whole Superstardom career, and early on, he's in a gorge. Back-to-back reversals. You know, we haven't seen Jumper compete a lot lately, and I'm going to be interested to see how much that's going to affect him, because already this match is a bad start for him. Just given using those reversals as quick as he was willing to. And, you know, again, that might come back to cost him here. A couple of kicks to the legs. Jumper hoping he could have gotten offense without having to forfeit a reversal there. He's close to getting a third reversal, so he might just allow this offense. And, you know, Jumper Magnum, you rewind just over a month ago where he's in the World Championship match for Superstardom at Collision Course. And, you know, since then we've seen him fight maybe 3-4 times tops. And that has shown in Jumper's performances. He's struggled to deliver the consistency that he had that earned him that World Championship opportunity. And so Jumper might be looking at a square one basis now, yet again. Big kick to the back of Headshot Killer connecting for Jumper Magnum. Headshot with plenty of reversals right now, using one right there, and the offense going to Jumper Magnum. That's how you get back in it. Stomp, and there you go. And over the top rope, Jumper Magnum, though, trying to be a little too crazy. Now Headshot returning the favor, and this time it connects. Some high-flying action between two NXT superstars. Kalisto, I guess, a former now at this point. Head scissor takedown connects. Jumper Magnum, ground strike connects. And here goes Headshot for the grapple, but a nice fireman's carry reversal for Jumper Magnum. And, oh, Jumper putting all the pressure on the temples there of Headshot Killer. Headshot survived 2 Lion Tamers, 3 Code Breakers at Victory Votes on Saturday, July the 9th, just over a week ago, 8 nights. A 42-minute match, nearly 42 minutes between Headshot and Ratluck. A match of the year candidate. Certainly one that we will not forget anytime soon, as Jumper hit with a single leg breaker, close to getting a third reversal back. He could have a slight advantage over Headshot if he chooses to wait. As I say that, he chooses not to, and we'll see what Headshot's next move is. He's going to let this move happen. Now, like I said, you know, your Jumper Magnum, you beat Headshot Killer here. This is a big match. I mean, Headshot on Superstardom, you could argue, is possibly perhaps beyond what he is on ED, even though his championship reign of a month and a half is on the Created brand, which we'll see action on tomorrow's Extreme Distortion episode. Jumper in a Superstardom exclusive fighter. Jumper off the rope, off the Irish Whip, and then Hurricane Rana connecting for Headshot Killer. Stomp onto the ribs of Jumper Magnum yet again for Headshot. Picking up Jumper. And nice reversal for Jumper. And Headshot, smart move here. He was about to gain that second reversal back, but he just chose to let Headshot, or to let Jumper rather, gain that move as Jumper yet again. Yeah, Jumper, calm down on that move a little bit. But Jumper drilling the head here, just trying to target that head possibly of Headshot Killer for that potential chokehold submission. It's a different one than the one he does in real life, but either way it works. Jumper brought to his feet. Reversal, he is out of reversals. Jumper is going to have to be cautious here. Clothesline reversed, and this is not good for Jumper Magnum. Headshot Killer with one taunt, and it's a taunt of arrogance. Here he is, the signature that seems to always connect. And he may have enough time, but smart move there. Jumper using his first ring escape. The last time he did one, it was a reversal. So this one is first ring escape. Will clean entry be given? You define it how you want there. Headshot just now gaining his reversal back. He is out of reversals. Salida del Sol. And he connects with it. We talked about the somewhat warpy wake-up animation that goes into the Salida del Sol, and off one finisher with lag, Headshot Killer beats Jumper v Magnum. Jumper will argue the lag, as would anybody. However, him being so distant from the rest of the world makes it a believable case that could be a guilty party. So, Headshot did not get the opportunity to face Ratluck tonight, but he did get the opportunity to get a win to further send momentum his way for Saturday's X1, as well as a potential, which we do expect to see, match between he and Ratluck once again. It's alright, man. It happens, dude. Coming up next, NBC Master Green Barred Tripod, back-to-back weeks in both brands, but now it will be NBC's younger brother that will have the opportunity, as Master B will go one-on-one with Prismatic Nebula. It's going to be Randy Orton versus Dean Ambrose next here on Superstardom. No, because we might end up needing to use him still. But I do agree, Untamed, like, seriously, dude, you're going to get suspended anytime now. You just continue to, like, flirt with disaster. No, he'd still keep his character. Who's watching this? You're fighting.
And you're watching main event. This is all about me, bitch. I'm in the match. The fuck? Hey, Tripod. Can you come back now? Or no? Carney, I can watch.
EBAMs might still end up getting a match. We're not sure yet. We don't know who's getting all matches tonight. Okay, we don't know yet. I know there's a lot of people that want to compete tonight, and I certainly appreciate that, guys, but we just don't know. No, because I don't know who's watching yet. ASP, why the hell not, dude? You're a dedicated guy. I'll let you watch another match.
Fuck you,
ASP's a good guy.
No, I'll let you take the floor. I gotta
Alright, guys, the match is up. Please go ahead and join. ASP is watching. And, of course, all of you are still on the EIF network, and it will be Tripod versus Master B. This is a big opportunity for Master B to knock off Tripod, but it's also an opportunity for the EIF Hall of Famer and veteran superstar to showcase that he is still the real deal here.
don't lose this guy, please. I'm currently in the tournament. I do match the bitch. Get out of here. Alright. You said it's the best team in the tournament. That's why we have to go.
So quick load-ins. Pursued and I will be getting eliminated, starting with Pursued. Whatever. Don't forget, guys, this Saturday at X1, Tripod will go one-on-one with Nexus Genesis. We talked so much about Headshot and Ratluck, but on ED, that has been an impressive story that started on tour with 3 matches, concluding at victory votes, where Nexus overcame Tripod out of 2 of the 3 matches, but now it will be Tripod Nexus, and it will be falls count anywhere between those 2 at EIF X1 this Saturday, July 23rd, exclusively here on the EIF Network. Expected start time is 8 p.m., guys. You don't want to miss it. All right, ready? Ding, ding. Oh, wait. No, ding, ding, ding. Okay, we're good. I didn't expect Kalisto to, like, twitch at the steps, but Master B kicking things off with a clothesline. Tripod fighting all for dignity, but Master B, the #1 contender this Saturday, looking to win his first EIF championship, being the X Division title, and he's hoping that he can get it by overcoming Tripod here tonight in terms of getting some momentum. But Tripod, a savvy veteran superstar in EIF, might be teaching him a thing or two. You guys, once again, see we're using the Raw is War Arena as a special arena exclusive for tonight's Superstardom show only, as it is Superstardom 300 will return back to the WWE Superstars Arena, which is where all regular Superstardom shows are held. This is Raw is War 99, so I think I'll use Raw 98 for when we do ED 300 later on this year, which normally represents Monday Night Raw anyway. So Tripod going back and forth with Master B early on. He does the 3 strikes, knows there's an auto reversal coming up, tries to be careful, does not. Master B gets the offense. Russian leg sweep connects. B has been a part of EIF now for a few months. His first major championship opportunity was on tour with no contest between he and Headshot, so we don't know what would have happened, and that's why he's been granted this one-on-one rematch at X1. Master B also, I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, his pay-per-view debut was also at Victory Votes. Triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier. Excellent outing for Master B, but overall the expertise and veteran experience of DZ led him to that win. Might have been also why he helped along with Lizman in winning their opener in the tag team tournament earlier this evening. Some speculation and skeptics to that now, as there always seems to be with Lizman. Drive-by with 1 taunt. Make it 2 taunts. Tripod is great with this kind of stuff because he knows he can exercise the taunt count. He knows he can exercise the ring out count, and he knows this is his way. And Tripod he's a smart guy, despite what some people may say. This guy's been in EIF for 5 years. Master B hasn't even been here for 5 months. So Tripod's looking at trying to get Master B to cave. Master B says clean and lies. Bulldog connects. Tripod with ring escape, and Tripod just said, I will remember that. Master B, the younger brother of NBC, the undisputed Superstardom champion, that will be still to come in our main event tonight against Jetstar, a Victory Votes rematch. We were expecting 2 Victory Votes rematches. We will not get both, but we will get that one in our main event, as we just hit the midway point here tonight to Superstardom 300. Been an excellent episode of Superstardom thus far. That's a great way to celebrate it, being that this is the 300th episode, longest running weekly episodic show in Extreme International Fighting, dating all the way back to the league's inception nearly 9.5 years ago. Master B's older brother, the champ, green-barring Tripod not once but twice, once on ED and Superstardom. Regal stretch applied on a Tripod. That's the signature. Master B could be looking to green-bar here. Tripod trying to get the lag, maybe thinking Tripod is trying to disconnect purposefully so that way he doesn't get the loss here. I don't think so. The lag was tough to say. Tripod with a reversal, and oh, smart move there. Tripod will bail to the outside. Well, this was back and forth, and then really goes back to Tripod leaving the ring that one time. That kind of messed him up. 3rd taunt for Tripod. Smart, at least, in the fact that he's using longer taunts that will gain him a lot of momentum, except it didn't do that much that time. 4 taunts, and 5. So about 4%. That's all Tripod's going to get help with in terms of taunts. Tripod, you've used 1 ring escape, correct? Or 2? All right, all 5 taunts have been used. Master B, Tripod out of reversals. Tripod now going to get possibly hit with it, not sure yet. Snapping suplex will connect for Master B. Tripod is in red, uses comeback. And Master B going to try and take that away from him. A scoop and a slam connects. Picks Tripod up. And he is thinking dirty deeds, and Master B could be on his way to green barring Tripod just like his older brother, the champion of Superstardom, has done. 1, 2, and Tripod powering out. Back and forth these two went. And, you know, keep in mind, Tripod and Greedy are ranked as the top tag team, but they are still going to have to compete on Superstardom in the tag team tournaments. Whoever faces them next round, Tripod really critiquing and criticizing how he is with Randy Orton, but you know what? He is going to have to fight as Randy Orton unless he gets a character upgrade of some kind. Speaking of that, guys, more characters are going to become available here within the next couple of days. Tripod getting insulted by a guy with a lisp. Very embarrassing. Tripod out of reversals again, but he did get Master B out of green. That's a positive for Tripod. Still could get nearly a full yellow bar, though. Regal stretch. And not choosing to use the finisher yet. Master B dropping Tripod down. NBC Master watching Master B wrestle right now, and NBC he said, you know, I am the Beast. And you know, jokingly saying that, but speaking of Beast, we've seen a lot of talk ever since we saw the Twitter account EIF's Beast come to life and start tweeting at EIF Network. There's been questions, people wondering what is or who is the EIF Beast. Well, we might have a better clue or at least an answer as to when we're going to find out, guys, because the Beast went and flocked yet again to Twitter as recent as earlier this morning, saying 300 in parentheses, referring to Superstardom tonight, such a significant number. How about 813? At EIF Network, hashtag the Beast of EIF is celebrating. How about 813? So obviously trying to figure out the riddle, but it's 8/13, which can make me only think one thing, a date being August 13th, which is EIF SummerSlam in just under 4 weeks from now. So perhaps we will find out. Obviously, the Beast is somebody, though, who is keeping up with EIF, aware that there is a 300 in tonight's episode of Superstardom. But again, that person somewhere, whomever that person is, we saw a tweet that have many believing it is one superstar that was once known as a legend killer in EIF. Having to wonder if that is that person or not. No confirmed links have been given out. Both superstars are out of reversals, by the way, guys. And Tripod with the Orton backbreaker. He may have the damage in, and I think he may have the stamina, but he's not going to go for it just yet. Surprising, maybe. I don't get it. I'm not smart at this game. Oh. Two finishers in hand for Master B. Tripod will have to protect here. And Master B running Irish Whip. Tripod thrown into the turnbuckles. This should be a safe bet for Tripod to be able to gain that second reversal back. And he has it. Big right hand delivered from the Superstardom champion's little brother. And, you know, Master B doesn't want to live in the shadows of his brother. I mean, he obviously has credited him with the success as Tripod uses a reversal to escape the ring, but is not going to be awarded clean entry again. And, you know, like I said, B does not want to live in the shadow of his big brother. He wants to make a name for himself. It's going to start with getting some big wins. This would be one of them. And, of course, winning the X Division Championship and beginning his own path. That's a title his brother never held. NBC seemed to always be a Superstardom guy, holding the U.S. title as well as the Superstardom. Those are the only 2 of 5 active championships NBC has held. Yeah, that one I was going to call. Hold up. All right, Tripod, you get 1 free move. All right, keep going, guys. So Master B called for stalling there. Tripod temporarily given the upper hand. Nice back suplex connects. It was your choice. Yeah, it was your choice to use the reversal, dude. You could have just waited. It would have been 2 moves. Don't overtalk me. It's okay, big man. Tripod bringing Master B once again to his feet, and Master was dominating for a while, but it is back and forth. And Master running clothesline. He misses. He gets the jab, and he gets the clothesline, and somehow Master B offense. Everybody does it. But it is something that could potentially be reviewed. Not for tonight, though. Oh, he switches over to the finisher, and Tripod reversing, but it was not a finisher. And Tripod with the signature. Legs dangling in the middle rope. Never a good place to be. Master B DDT'd practically through the canvas, and now both superstars low on reversals. Tripod out, to be specific, and both with 2 finishers in hand. Tripod reverse leverage pin opportunity for him to win, but he'll let go. And oh, Tripod, wait a minute, both men out of reversals. Tripod could have taken the opportunity to maybe win the match by leverage pin, and because he did not, it is a 2-0 finisher count. Master B with dirty deeds. Shoulders down, hooks the leg. 1, 2, Tripod kicking out. Tripod beginning to start having the screws come loose a bit in his head, you can just tell. Tripod should be out of reversals. He is. And he's thinking RK. No, Master B. Oh, wait a minute, but Master B. Tripod knowing it, and he still didn't get the offense. And you may be able to hear Tripod through my mic onto the EIF network right here. Tripod out of reversals. Guess what's about to happen? Dirty deeds. 3-0 finisher count, and this could be it. Is the 3rd time the charm. 1, 2. Tripod used his finisher, which resulted in the use of resiliency as well, and he continues to keep this match going. Greedy trying to coach Tripod from the chat room here in Twitch, his tag team partner in the tournament. And oh, wait a minute, Tripod yet again threatening to potentially get disqualified. Baseball bat taken out of his hand. Master B continues. Right hand, Tripod, reversal. Tripod reversed again. And Tripod out of reversals. And to the outside of the ring he goes. Predictable there. Tripod telling B we can do this all day. Tripod obviously having nowhere to go, not only because of curfew reasons, but because that guy does nothing. So we'll see how long he can get Master B to wait. Baby's one word. Now, hey, Master B, I am gonna warn you though on the Bulldog. I think you have been doing that a lot, so just calm down. Tripod with a reversal. Tripod again out to the outside. Master B, just don't do the Bulldog for like 5 minutes. If you do it, I am gonna allow him to get a free grapple. What's Tripod doing? It's back in the ring. Clotheslined right back out. Well, Tripod's going to exhaust the time off the clock, which is going to affect the chances of matches for other superstars. Obviously, we still have a main event to come later on tonight, and Tripod's saying you're welcome to the guys that wanted matches. Tripod with a clothesline. Stomp onto the ribs. Tripod yet to hit a finisher on Master B, despite the fact that he had finishers at one time while Master B had no reversals. They go back and forth. So steel step warfare continuing. Tripod, one of the guys that lives by the credo of Extreme International Fighting, living by that code of extreme and competitive through hardcore wrestling. However, Tripod, the way he does it, has always been through cheap tactics, as we have a double stack now. Clothesline. Stack is taken down. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Master B, what is this? Bulldog connects, and I was hoping it would be the steel steps, but the steps are teleported out of that area due to game mechanics. I get it. Tripod will go to the outside next. And what do you know? I'm Nostradamus. So Tripod now just continuing the same methods here. And this is a guy who, and you know, guys, Tripod's a guy who just clings on to the hope of winning. This is hard for him to accept right now. This is something that he doesn't want to be going through right now. I mean, he's petrified in a way because he realizes he might lose. And once again, he's going to lose to what in his eyes is not that credible of a name. Tripod continuing to wait until he gains that first reversal back and continuing. He's got to get Master to make Master's got to make things work right now, and it's just not working right now. But NBC is, or at least NBC Junior, whatever you want to call, he is doing his best job to stick to the plan. He has not tried forfeiting anything over to Tripod. Tripod, you're eventually going to get called. Because you're doing it all the time, man. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, what's gonna happen, dude. It is literally gonna be the same thing. You're gonna stay outside. You're gonna throw weapons in. You're gonna get one reversal back. You're gonna go in. He's not gonna give you clean entry. You're gonna end up using your last reversal, and then you're gonna run to the outside. If it continues, I'm gonna call you, and you're gonna be forced to stay in the ring. It's been a while since. Oh, actually, he hasn't done that in a while, so fuck it. Either way. Yeah, I know, but you're influencing it. Be a man. And Master B, whether this was intentional or not, it is a finisher. This is going to make the finisher count 4-0 in favor of Master B. From the inside of the ring, in between the ropes, and he dives out on a tripod, hitting the barricade out there, and these two continue. Whether Master B intelligently did that move or not, we will see depending on how this match ends. Tripod, though, on the outside here could end up getting counted out, but he's quick to begin moving once more. Master B up a 4-0 finisher count. This is a very good opportunity for NBC Master B to defeat an EIF Hall of Famer, to defeat a main event superstar. Tripod using that reversal very early. Tripod once again using the reversal early. RKO connects! 4-1 finisher count out of nowhere, as it always can be. 2, and Tripod almost getting the win. And Tripod was extremely pumped there, hitting a finisher on Master B for the first time in this match, hoping it would have resulted. It did not. Headbutt from Master B. Tripod out of reversals. Tripod has to be careful. 5-1 finisher count. Dirty Deeds connects. Hooks the leg. Can Tripod somehow stay alive? 2. He cannot. Master B gets the victory. Tripod with a last-ditch effort with the RKO. And Tripod has just said he's done with Superstardom for the rest of this game, but he is a tag team partner that he is supposed to commit to for this tournament. So we'll see what Tripod says. Tripod putting up a much more valiant effort and a longer match than what he did against Master B's older brother, but still, it does result in a loss. Jolton, are you there? Alright, Jolton's in game chat. Sounds like a smart guy to me. Alright. So let's do a quick multi-man. ASP, Untamed Legend, and my little brother Braden. Diego, Cena, Uso. Well, we purposely limited the party. EBAMS, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to get you a match tonight. No. Alright, guys, I made the match. So, ASP, Untamed, and Braden, please go ahead and join.
I'm not leaving the fucking party, but you are. I was about to say, how's Braden gonna know? But then we need to clear up some space. Actually, I didn't take it right. Clear up some space.
Alright, guys, correction. My apologies, my apologies. It's just going to be ASP versus Untamed. I forgot. Braden's Xbox Live expired last week. I'm going to remake the game. I'm going to remake the game. I could get EBAMS, but Untamed, can you even join or what? Were you even trying?
Oh, I was starting on my game.
Okay. I'll get EBAMS then. Why not? He's been patient. Let's see if EBAMS. And this is the pre-main event. Tripod, I will not be able to talk after the show. I've been up for almost 21 hours.
It will be like 5 minutes.
It better be 5 minutes because that's what you'll be given. Alright, EBAMS, it looks like you're going to be able to get a match. It's going to be you, ASP, and Untamed, Diego, Neville, and Cena. And this will be our pre-main event. Following this, it is our Undisputed Superstardom Championship match. All right, guys, the match is up. Please go ahead and join. Again, this is EBAMS, Untamed, and Pursued ASP. As we mentioned earlier, EIF X1, which is set to be our next wrestling event, will be on NXT Arrival. That will be the arena. You can see me hovering over it right now. The arena selected for this Saturday's first EIF X event. Should be an exciting one.
Don't worry, Untamed. I wanted to see it. No, I just wanted it. I don't use it, but I just wanted.
Ding, ding, ding. And so our pre-main event underway. Triple threat action here between these three EIF superstars. All these guys could use a win. ASP, the newest of guys, Untamed Legend, 3-year EIF superstar, former US and X Division champion. EBAMS, a former US and X Division champion as well. EBAMS, we are on a time limit, so no doing that. Not today. Untamed Legend hit with a clothesline to the back of the head from EBAMS. ASP, dropkick reversal. And you got to think EBAMS might have the toughest chances of winning this match. Untamed has a quick AA as well as a submission move. Although Untamed has struggled lately, got green barred by Wicked Jr. over a week ago at Victory Votes. Float over DDT from EBAMS Untamed. But Untamed has been known to be very good in multi-mans. He defeated Trent Got Swag and actually headshot Killa in last week's Superstardom. Headshot scheduled to go up against Ratluck. Did not work out, but he got the win over Jumper Magnum earlier this evening. Jumper Magnum and Tyron Hunt are a team for the tag team tournament. We saw one team already say goodbye. Nexus Genesis and Midnight Mayfire eliminated as DZ and Lizman move on. There was some speculation, and if anything is needed to review, we will do so, and we will review that. EBAMS with a kick to the side of the head of Untamed Legend, and ASP with a kick to the head of EBAMS. And EBAMS missing the dropkick. Untamed Legend and them going off the ropes here. Untamed with a back suplex delivered to EBAMS. Also, guys, don't forget our next broadcast is actually, unless something does come up and we may end up broadcasting any earlier, the next scheduled one is supposed to be this Friday, EIF Rewind, as we'll be able to relive some classic moments both here on the EIF network and possibly beyond that. Join host Hybrid Maniac as we take a trip down in extreme memory lane this Friday with EIF's original programming rotation back to Rewind. And of course, we mentioned X1 on Saturday back on the EIF Network. Extreme Distortion episode 287 tomorrow. I don't think we're going to end up having any of that broadcasted, but it will be on for our EIF competitors that would like to be participating in that show. It's scheduled for a 5 p.m. Eastern start time, so should be a fun time for you guys. We hope that we'll be able to kick back and have a good one. Just 27 days away from EIF SummerSlam 10. Often referred to as the second WrestleMania of EIF. 12-hour show. We may have some intermissions during that time, but huge SummerSlam plans already in the process of being developed. And beginning tonight, I think we'll really begin to start settling more of those plans, starting with figuring out who our Superstardom champion is walking into that between NBC and Jet. Those two are going to get the opportunity to rekindle that match to happen at Victory Votes. Jet will legally be allowed to use either the 1916 as well as the coup de grace. No. Yep, champ walks in. But you could fight like cash in to make it a one-on-one at SummerSlam if you lose. That's what I would do. That's true. If NBC does win tonight, his first reign, which lasted 28 days, he will surpass that. Hold the championship for about a month and a week or so. Closer to a month and a half by the time SummerSlam comes around. EBAM's clothesline, ASP ducking underneath it. Plate of chops misses wildly for ASP. That spear does not. Signatures in hand for all three superstars. ASP having some targeting issues. He re-navigates to Untamed Legend, who reverses. Gut-wrenched suplex connects for Untamed. EBAMS going near Untamed. Side suplex connects for BAMS. And EBAMS could be looking to be the first person to gain a finisher, not just, wow, you only got 2%. Holy hell. That's garbage. Finisher in hand for Untamed Legend. Have to have a couple of laughs here and there. You look back at the 300 episodes of Superstardom, which we're celebrating tonight. Think of Raymond and Anthony that we talked about, or who we talked to as well on the podcast last night. Look at Brutality and the amazing record he had in Superstardom. Techno Legend, Devil Darkchild, Executioner, all the great names that have been a part of EIF and Superstardom. An idea that was once set up as a sideshow. In fact, the Superstardom title looked to be about a mid-card to a low-card title status at one point. That was the goal. But just seeing how far Superstardom has came, and arguably since transferring over to the Xbox One being the premier brand of EIF wrestling, is truly stupendous, and just as much stupendous as it is surprising, because it's something that we didn't really see or expect with Superstardom all those years ago when we created it. But here we are 300 episodes later. And of course 301 to come next week, and it will just continue to roll on from there. So many different shows that we have had in EIF throughout the course of the league's history, besides just the active ones. Former brands that have since became defunct, and this one tops them all in terms of the number of shows. ASP picking up Untamed Legend, maybe thinking finisher, but he did not ultimately. All three superstars with the opportunity to execute the final blow here via finisher. EBAMS, as I mentioned, may have the most difficult time, being that it is a diving finisher. Beautiful German suplex connects, though, for BAMS. ASP avoiding that drop kick. And a finisher from ASP. And ASP going for the pin right away. Surprising there that ASP would do that. Smart move. If you're a guy like Untamed, you would have went to take out your competition. Attitude adjustment denied. It was a mid-move reversal for ASP. And EBAMS just realized something. EBAMS gasping. Because he realizes that if EBAMS can just hurry, flying forearm delivered to Untamed Legend. EBAMS climbing to the top rope, but ASP getting back to his feet. Moonsault connects for EBAMS. Now ASP trying to go to the top rope. EBAMS drop kick, or no, I think a knee caught ASP. ASP reverse from the top rope. Drop kick misses, and all of a sudden fast and furious action. Untamed with a last second comeback, and it's going to complete. Wow. Talk about fast and furious between these three superstars in our first triple threat, only triple threat of this evening. Again, still one more match, our sixth match in our main event. Ebams with a couple of kicks delivered to the legs of Untamed Legend. But Ebams' stamina. And Ebams, turnaround backstabber connects for ASP. Untamed Legend gonna use the ropes. He's not gonna be able to get there in time, and Ebams had to kick out, but he did. ASP doing everything to get Untamed, and Bams and Untamed now will scoot to the outside. No weapons. Nope. Ebams, we don't have time. I know, I'm going to start putting time limits on matches. I really am, for regular shows. Like, the following is a triple threat match with a 20-minute time limit. Just because, like, it's hard. Some matches go way too long. I understand that it could be good, but for free TV, man, it's hard. Especially like nights like this where I'm extremely fatigued, dude. I've been up since 4:30. So, I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, dude. I had to work, so I'm not like you. I don't get to sit on my ass all day. ASP throwing the chair out, Untamed Legend. Talking to both of you. Off the rope, Untamed. Caught. ASP takes him down. Ebams, fortunately for ASP, misses the clothesline and goes for the quick cover. ASP, though, should have a signature now. He does. Untamed Legend with Ebams in the corner. Attitude adjustment. 1, 2, and ASP getting the shoulder up. My goodness. I will say, regardless of the time, you can't deny it. It's been a lot of close finishes already. That scissor takedown from ASP connecting. Untamed Legend, leverage pin. ASP, though, right out of the corner at the right time. What the hell's he doing? And oh, down. ASP nearly caused the match. Clothesline from Ebams. And we've seen matches end off leverage pin before. That was one that nearly was added. Untamed with leverage. Let's see if ASP can do it this time. There he goes. Huh. Ebams ain't gonna hit the finisher. There goes all his stamina. Finisher from ASP! And now all three men are down. ASP's got to get there in time, though. Untamed Legend. Untamed Legend is going to get to ASP. ASP's got to take down Untamed, and he does not. But keep in mind, guys, Ebams has still not been hit, so ASP could technically, and Untamed cancels that. To ruin his finish. You can't. No, you can't. You can't. No. ASP, you can't. ASP, when they strike him, it cancels out. So you know how he went over real quick and stomped on Ebams? That cancels it out. If he would not have stomped, you would have been okay. Tons of close chances, both mainly between Untamed and ASP. One of the hardest things about these multi-mans, especially for guys like ASP and Ebams, younger talent, is the communication, which is crucial in multi-mans. trying to figure out who's targeting who and what's the best option, and you communicate with each other. Untamed kind of trying to talk some sense into ASP there. Back suplex from ASP. Stomp onto the ribs. And ASP missing the elbow. E-Bam's missing. ASP wheeling Bam's back. Neckbreaker connects. Pursued with a running cross elbow. Untamed Legend missing. Kick to the midsection. ASP connecting with a dropkick instead. How is it banned? No, you guys don't tell him that shit because that's how you can mess up the guy. Oh, ASP though, well, there's one way to mess up, targeting. They didn't have to tell him anything to get him to mess that one up. Clothesline hangs up, Bam's on the top rope. Untamed Legend with a scoop slam. Nearly gained him that finisher. Now E-Bam's using all his stamina. Go ahead and get Jetstar on the party in the meantime, guys. Sorry if the screen is being paused real quick. ASP running cross elbow to the face of Untamed Legend E-Bams, who has been a finisher dummy at most. Backstabber connects, and ASP is down. Untamed Legend cancels it out. ASP only having a handful of matches in EIF thus far, so multi-mans like this that he's not used to really affects his knowledge of the game, and in terms of EIF knowledge, really is not sure what's precaution to use. ASP leverage pin, reversal. Reversal leverage pin. 1, 2, Untamed will get there. E-Bam saying he was going to kick out anyway. You sound like that one fucking song. 3 steps this time. Like, yeah, reverse, reverse. Yeah, what cha-cha slide, yeah. So E-Bam still stuck at one finisher here. I will let everybody know due to time constraints, and guys, I do understand this is the 300th episode of Superstardom, so I know it's important, but due to time constraints, the match may end in a couple of minutes here, guys. Been a long day for me. Very, very long day. I've nearly been up a full 24 hours, so. But it has been a good match. Without question is ASP with a finisher reversal, but ASP is out of stamina. And this will not help. I mean, now normally on some Superstorms we would actually allow this to continue for the sake that if this would go on long enough, it would just become the main event. But tonight we do have a huge match in our main event, Undisputed Superstorm Championship. EBAMS, dude, I was debating on doing this match because I knew it would be a squeeze, but like I was like, well, there's a chance. Like I gave you guys like 20 minutes already, so. Go, Diego, go. EBAMS has nowhere near the stamina to hit that finisher. And that's one thing that EBAMS always struggles with using Neville. ASP with that backstabber. Pretty good finisher as he uses the power bomb reversal. Finisher! And ASP, what will he do? Nothing smart. 1, 2. ASP, why didn't you... I'm going to coach. I don't care because the match is going to end in 3 minutes. Why wouldn't you have attacked EBAMS right there? You could have kept him down and then went for the pinfall. In 3 minutes, the match will end off a no contest unless we get an ending to it. This is why you guys were like, oh yeah, just get EBAMS in. I was like kind of debating. I was like, because I know he's Neville 1, so it was like going to be impossible for him to win triple threat. And 2, I know how EBAMS plays, and he drags all of his matches. He's like how Death used to be. Death would like purposely just stay on the outside the whole match. Like there was not one multi-man that guy was in that didn't go 30 minutes. And there are triple threats that go like 10 minutes or less. I would have done it, man, but people wanted to give EBAMS a match, and I felt the pain. Yeah, it seems pretty good right now. Down to 2 minutes here in this match. Again, guys, due to time constraints, I understand Superstardom 300, but we will end up more than likely having to end it in a no contest if it does end up going that way. Well, Pursued still has a chance to win. Everybody's still with a chance to win, really. Signature reversed. Untamed Legend with a signature reversal. EBAMS out of reversals. EBAMS should not. I don't think he's going to have the stamina here to hit it. ASP taking him down. Right hand reversal for Untamed Legend. Attitude adjustment reversed for ASP. We still have just about a minute. A minute or so to go here. Again, if you're tuning in, guys, do not go away because in just probably a couple seconds here, because it looks like these guys are just going to end it as is. We will have our main event coming up between Jet and NBC. Give it a little bit of time here to see what happens. This ain't a soccer game. I ain't getting extra minutes. Like I said, if this was one of those Superstardom shows where we don't have main events booked and we just kind of have mostly an open card, then I would do it because it's like, oh, this could be our main event now because this took so long. So, wait a minute. Does EBAMS have enough stamina to hit it? He does not. And you're going to hell for that one, Jet. Goodbye. Anyway. All right. And that is going to be the time. So, guys, that's it. Untamed Legend versus Pursued versus EBAMS ends in a no contest. Sorry about that, guys. But, hey, you do still get credit for showing up tonight. That is the important part. And so now coming up next, it is time for our main event of the evening. The Undisputed Superstardom Championship is on the line, and the winner will walk into SummerSlam with the title 4 weeks from now. Well, early on, it looked like that match was going to end early because there were so many close finishes. Tripod, are you watching with me? Tripod was supposed to. He's on Twitch, so he might be coming back to watch. I'll give him a little bit here. Yeah, but your connection's sometimes bad. Oh, there he is. All right, guys, it is time for the main event. Jet, are you on the game? All right. Well, all right, guys, the match is up. Please go ahead and look for it. Yeah, hopefully not, ASP. I'll see you later, man. Tomorrow, right? Yeah, I probably will. Oh, man. Your call, dude. I'd say because it's a title match, Demon is excusable. But at the same time, I don't know. I'd go Demon. Yeah, I'd go Demon. Tripod and Jet switch. We did see Demon at the pay-per-view. Is it involving the rest of the you-know-what or something else? Oh, great.
No, it's about the other deal.
I don't know what the other one is, but okay. Go ahead. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Braden, if Braden re-ups for Xbox Live, he might end up with KO. We'll figure it out. Because the thing is, Bams, like, Braden would be the one, of all the people with free agent picks, he'd be the one that, like, needs it the most, probably. Shut up, Tripod. He's Jey Uso. Quit whispering, Tripod. I'm seriously about to hit you with mailbox from Blue's Clues. Tripod, go ahead and hop in. The following contest is our main event of the evening and is for the NBC. Why the fuck would you do that? Thanks for ruining the introductions. And is for the EIF Undisputed Superstardom Championship. Introducing first the challenger, representing the black and red. I would say in the corner, but they will not separate. From New York, representing Finn Balor, this is Jetstar. And his opponent, from Burlington, Vermont, representing Brock Lesnar, the current reigning and defending EIF Undisputed Superstardom Champion, NBC Master. All right, Jet, are you ready? NBC, are you ready? Winner walks into SummerSlam August 13th with the title. Good luck, guys. Ding, ding, ding. We are underway. This time it is a Victory Votes main event rematch, but this time Jetstar may not be using the Demon, but he will be able to use the Bloody Sunday / 1916, a move that was voted to be banned, and that could have been a crucial reason for why Jet did not walk out of Victory Votes with the Undisputed Superstardom Championship. He's a former champ, and he has rebuilt himself in the main event, a process that really since the end of WrestleMania began yet again, and it's up until this point right here tonight on July 17th, the 300th episode of Superstardom, featuring two superstars that in many ways are two of the newest top faces to the brand of Superstardom that has seen so many great names over the years, as they are going back and forth early on here. Jet with a Pele to stun the champion, NBC. NBC has one successful defense under his belt in both of his two reigns as the Superstardom champion. Both of them were one-on-ones. The first reign against DZ before losing it in a 5-man to Collision Course. The other one against Jetstar at Votes, of course. And while these two continue in one-on-one action, we do know that the winner of this match will end up moving on to SummerSlam to defend the championship. The loser of this match, that doesn't necessarily mean they will not be in the SummerSlam match, but we can confirm that as long as one of these guys can show up, the loser of this match will go one-on-one at X1 this Saturday against EIF Superstar Greedy, who will be representing the Phenom, The Undertaker. Should be an exciting one-on-one match. As this match continues right now, cockiness being shown from NBC Master. And, you know, if whoever does lose this match goes on to fight Greedy, I think it's a great opportunity, though, for that superstar to get the chance to face Greedy, because if they beat him, it helps keep you in the realm of potentially being #1 contender still. It would keep a guy like Jetstar, who could be at risk of losing back-to-back World Championship one-on-ones, would give him a chance to maybe re-earn himself a shot. And right now, things are not well for the world of Jetstar. Diving into the ring, looking to hit that dropkick, but NBC Master welcoming Jetstar right back into his territory. Another suplex. Jet is in red. NBC still over half of a green bar. And oh, wait a minute, now this might be Jet's turning point here. NBC caught with the knee up top, and he goes falling to the canvas. They back up. Jetstar's dropkick misses. Right hand does not miss. NBC will block one off. Jetstar with a neckbreaker, also known as the switchblade or slingshot. Sling blade, same shit, different toilet. And it's a shitty one, I can tell you that. Jetstar with a gutbuster. And now a stomp, maybe attacking the stomach of the character Brock Lesnar. In real life, that would work, given that he had diverticulitis. But in video games, they are virtual hits. NBC, from what I understand, does not have a Kinect sensor on, so he's not actually able to feel the bumps tonight. Jetstar right now has got to be feeling good because the challenger is looking good. Until then, when NBC responds with a belly-to-belly. The main event and 6th and final match in Superstardom 300 here tonight, celebrating the rich tradition of non-created, yet how creatively incredible that Superstardom has been over several years, and obviously what it's done for the careers of these two as well as so many others, and these guys showing it right here. As Jetstar trying his best to just battle back. Look at NBC, barely even phased, and Jet's going to take a step to the outside now. Jet out of reversals. Master just protecting the ring, guarding the ring, and another cocky taunt by the Superstardom champion. Master wins this match. He will extend his reign by the time SummerSlam comes to beyond the 1 month mark. Jetstar, you have 2 taunts, correct? Oh, and Jetstar flying in the ring. Probably the wrong time to do it. He might have forgotten. F5 connects. F5 connects. And Jet has to kick out, and he does might have used resiliency. So Jet is claiming there was a plan there, and perhaps it was to negate the Kimura. Remember, guys, The coup de grace was the only move Jetstar could do at victory votes. He's trying to make that be the same case for NBC Master tonight, only resorting to the F5. Jet is out of reversals, but Master has a long way to climb in the momentum. And Master might have realized that maybe he did play into the hands of Jetstar, but either way, he is going to make Jet pay for that. There's snake eyes. And Jet knows he's fighting the tough battle here. Single leg lariat connects, and Jetstar has a finisher in hand. Now, what will Jet go for? Because, again, guys, the Bloody Sunday is legal right now. This match it is. It was not 8 nights ago. A victory votes main event rematch right here on Superstardom. You can't get any better than this. What an episode of Superstardom it has been. A pay-per-view quality Superstardom, I might say myself, Tripod. It's been a good show. Jetstar continuing his third taunt there for the challenger. Drop kick again. Master is all of a sudden beginning to get more dazed and confused. NBC is now the one that has his back up against the wall. Big kick to the head. The champion is struggling, guys. And this can only help Jetstar. Jet looking for that head scissor, which he got earlier, but oh, Master, wait a minute. Master able to get out of it. Master starting to strike again at Jet. Oh, big elbow. Jet rocked. Jet on the ropes, and Master sent over the top. Drop kick. Reverse. Master with a reversal. Forearm to the face. The champion getting back in the ring. T-bone suplex connects. Superstardom Championship main event. Second championship match this evening. Earlier, Pepsi retaining the IC title over James Arkoffel, and another T-bone suplex for NBC Master connecting. 3 taunts aside for both superstars. Master back in control, back where he wants to be in this match. Now remember, Master might be looking for that Kimura, and that's exactly what Jet doesn't want to happen. Because Jet, just like many others, just like Jumper, just like Tripod, just like DZ, they have submitted to the Kimura, and Master has found it with quite ease to be able to break the arms of his superstars and his opponents, his competition. Jetstar can lose this match by count as well as disqualification. Of course, the obvious are the pinfalls and submissions that will favor NBC Master. Jetstar will only be looking to pin the champion. Master running German suplex as soon as Jet gets in the ring. Jet to the outside off a reversal again, having to revert to tripod-like maneuvers here, but Jetstar understands this is a tough one. Count at 5 yet again. We mentioned last match had to end because of time constraints, but this is our main event, folks, so we will be with you until the end of it. It is a 1-0 finisher count in favor of NBC Master. So Jetstar has to be careful, though, because the more time he takes on that outside, he's actually benefiting NBC, I'd say, a lot more. And you know, Jet with his 4th taunt here. Oh, 5th. All right, thanks for your honesty. Jet with his 5th taunt there. So Jet is out of taunts. And this is where Jet is just hoping that maybe NBC will fall into the trap of Jet, maybe give the clean entry, but NBC will smother the ropes. He's giving Jet a little bit of room now on this side, but he looks like he's going to close that gap off. Not sure what the count is. I think it's at 8. 8 or 9. And yet again, same move. Welcome back to Suplex City. Appreciated your detour stop, says NBC. And, oh, look at this, Jetstar! Bloody Sunday! Finisher! Finisher from the challenger. Could have a new champion right here. 1, 2, And NBC getting the shoulder up. Oh, that was close. And we're being told that NBC might have used resiliency there. NBC reversed. Jetstar, Pele connects, and Jet could be coming up to a finisher. So Jet's patience may end up paying off. Jetstar looking for a title change to take place with the main championship tripod. Can you please fucking stop? You're the only one doing that. Quit slapping your legs, you fat shit. I had to say that on the stream because you keep doing it. You've been talking the whole 2-hour show. I've been struggling to concentrate because I keep hearing you in the back of my head. God damn it. Finisher in hand for both guys. Jetstar now ascending to the top turnbuckle. This move was legal at the pay-per-view, and he's going to be looking for it again. No catching finisher this time. Coup de grace connects. 2-1 finisher count for the challenger. Do we have a new champion? 2. And we do! Jetstar somehow beats NBC! Unbelievable! Who would have thought, the way this match was going, that Jetstar would pull off an improbable comeback? He did not need the demon this time. Jetstar's got a ticket, and it's not 2 to Paradise, it's 1 to SummerSlam for the Superstardom Championship main event at the 10th annual biggest party of the summer for Extreme International Fighting, and Jet had to fight tooth and nail to get through this match, being green barred with over half a green bar while he was in red. But Jet using strategy, age before beauty, as they sometimes say, and Jetstar, the veteran of NBC Master, both in tenures to EIF as well as age in reality, maybe more experience for Jet throughout the games, and that is what edged him Master, perhaps choking under the pressure tonight. But regardless of that, he has lost his championship, and he has a meeting with Greedy this Saturday at X1, where we hope to see you all next time on the EIF Network, but we will have EIF Rewind airing for you Friday evening, the night before the eve of EIF X1, the first of many X events planned for the future. And so, guys, a new Superstardom champion has been crowned, but thank you so much for tuning in to episode 300 of EIF Superstardom. If you like what you saw, make sure you follow us here. Find out what 260 plus other people are talking about and why we have 2,200 channel views. Make sure that you check out some of our other videos that you may have missed, be it here on past broadcasts, as well as our YouTube channel, EIF Archive. That's EIF ARCHIVE. Make sure you subscribe to us over there. Follow us on Twitter at EIF Network for the latest breaking news and more. And if there's anything we missed, check out our show results, find out about the champions page, take a look at Jet's bio. A Superstardom title reign is going to be added to it, and all that can be found over at the EIF website, leaguelineup.com/EIF lives, and all the links that I just mentioned are provided to you below on our Twitch page. So once again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We keep the Intercontinental title on Pepsi, but we have new blood and a new Superstardom champion in Jetstar. We will see you next time right back here on the EIF Network. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you then.